Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you've got Darren Lilly here from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And tonight we are back in black, baby. And we are ready to open the vault to show you step by step exactly what we do to start a business without spending a penny on paid marketing. And we have people right now as young as 17 years old that have made as much as $50,000 in their very first 6 weeks in business. Now, guys, you're probably hearing those numbers tonight and thinking, are you for real? How's that possible? You may have been with your network marketing company or your direct sales company for a year, 2 years, 3, 4 years, and still not made $50,000. So what makes this different? What makes this so unique and special? Well, let me just share with you a little bit about my story. I'll turn back the clock a little bit. Guys, when I started in this industry in my 20s, I actually came from the world of features and benefits, pitching and closing people, talking about why they should buy this product, whatever it is that I was going to sell. It could be weight loss, it could be skincare, nutraceuticals, energy drinks, power. You might be selling online tools, digital products. Guys, it does not matter. The thing that I'm going to share with you tonight is there's a couple important things that you need to know about our industry. The first thing is that your products have to provide fair market value competitively. Okay, so number one, they have to provide fair market value. They got to work. And then the second thing is that the compensation for people selling the products has to be fair, okay? So, fair market value and good compensation for people that sell the products. After you know those two things are true, you need to move that out of the way, okay? Very important. Now, the important thing to know about our industry is that we actually come from a personal development model. It's actually a leadership business model. It's not about pitching people. It's not about spamming people. It's not about writing your 6-paragraph expose and spamming it through social media, okay? Now, if you're doing that, I can tell you that anybody who has any influence that really is somebody is laughing at you. True story, guys. So you don't want to do that, right? Because you'll end up showcased on somebody's wall, and that's not fun, okay? Now, what we want to do is we want to talk to you about the difference between what's called features and benefits, trying to convince people that you have something that they need. And then the other type of model, which is understanding their pain, what's going on in their life. And they're two totally different polarities, like a magnet. Now, imagine that you go into a department store and somebody comes up to you and they say, "Can I help you, sir? Can I help you, ma'am?" What do you do? "I'm good. I'm just looking." That's a natural response because our ego wants to protect us and we instantly push back. "I'm good. I'm good," right? Now, you can have the best products in the world. I've been with companies that have great, great products. But if you're coming from features and benefits, do you realize you can't even give those products away? People are not interested in what you have. Now, why is that, right? Why is that? Because our industry is not about your company. It's not about your products. It's not about your comp plan. As long as there's fair market value, right, compared to everything else in the marketplace, and fair compensation. So what is the business model actually about? It's about the other person. It's about their dream, their vision, their pain, their problem, and their passion. Now, there's a little secret in our industry that says that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Now, how are you going to care about a person when you don't even know what's going on in their life? You don't know what pain they're going through. You don't know if their home's in foreclosure or their car's being repoed or they've got credit card debt or they just got fired. right? They may have been laid off or downsized. You don't know. Why? Because you just sent out spam, right? And spam does not work, guys. Trust me on this, okay? So over the course of the period of time when I got into this industry, I was actually one of those features and benefits guys. And there's some people out there that are actually really good at that, right? You're going to hear from one actually tonight that's one of my students, right? That you hear about her transformation that she went through. And for salespeople, realtors, mortgage brokers, insurance agents, automotive industry, retail, it is the toughest thing to do to just shut up, right? That's what we got 2 ears, guys. So what we do is we train you on how do you connect with people? How do you actually get people to like you? How do you get influence, right? How do you become the attractor factor so that your phone is actually ringing with incoming calls, incoming emails, incoming Skype requests, incoming Facebook requests? And that's really the key to understanding how to become a 7-figure income earner in our industry. Now, here's the challenge. That ego, oh my God, it wants to be right, okay? It wants to be right. And it will do whatever it can to be right. Guys, those are all the broke people. So the hardest thing to do is just to surrender your pride, surrender your ego, just be coachable, show up with a pen and paper in hand, take notes, and then apply what we teach. Now, what we do is we make it as simple as possible for you. So everything that we do as 7-figure income earners, we share with you so that you can actually do the same formula as we do. That includes our Facebook posts, our copy, our emails, our follow-up campaigns, our graphics. Everything that we personally do, we share with you so you can fast track yourself up the ladder without having to go through a lot of pain. Then let me tell you, that pain is painful, okay? Now, when I started in this industry, guys, I was one of those features and benefits people. And it was a real challenge for me to even understand what my mentor was saying to me. He said, Darren, you want to become a 7-figure income earner? Oh, absolutely I do. You sure about that? Oh my God, yes, I'm very sure, right? Are you coachable? I will do whatever you tell me to do, okay? So I said, okay, rule number 1, I don't want you talking about our company. Now, my stomach kind of dropped to my knees a little bit there, and I thought, well, how's that going to work? So you want me to talk about these products, but you don't want me to talk about the company that manufactured them? Now, I thought it was because the company had patents, and maybe they were still top secret. Maybe we weren't allowed to tell anybody. He said, Darren, rule number 2, I don't want you talking about our products. Now, when he said these 2 things to me, I thought that we must be doing something illegal. How could you sell this without ever talking about it and without ever talking about the company that manufactured it? And he said, Darren, you're going to have to go through what's called a paradigm shift. You're going to have to look at things differently than you've ever looked at things before. I said, Harvey, how am I going to talk about, these products without talking about them? How am I going to talk about the company without mentioning the company? How's that even possible? I said, what am I supposed to talk about? He said, Darren, if you want to become a 7-figure income earner, you talk about them. Now, I was even more confused. He said, let me ask you a question, Darren. What's behind you right now? I said, the wall. He said, can you see the wall? No. Okay, turn your chair all the way around. So I turned my chair around. He said, can you see the wall now? Yeah, I can see the wall. The wall was there the entire time, Darren. It was in your blind spot. You couldn't see it, right? So from that training that I got from that 7-figure income earner and applying those not only in network marketing, but also in conventional business, by the time I hit 35, I made my first $1 million. And then I went on to make multiple millions. And now It's not about me, guys. It's about you. It's about helping you to get to your personal and financial breakthrough. So what I want to do here before we actually, I'm going to share my screen tonight. I'm going to go on to Facebook. This is totally live, guys. This is live and interactive. I'm also going to log into my back office. I'm going to show you what's possible once you understand these strategies and you implement them into your business. Now, the first thing that I want to share with you tonight is that it doesn't matter what you currently market, okay? So this isn't about saying to you, well, you got to leave your primary business and come over and work with us. That's not what this is about, okay? These strategies are transferable to any different company. So what we do is we help you to be able to rise to the top of the leaderboards in the company that you're already with, okay? So that might be weight loss, skincare, nutraceuticals, energy drinks, legal, power, right? It doesn't matter, digital products. It doesn't matter what you market. The thing that you need to understand about this business model, it's all about solving the pain of the industry, okay? And what's their pain? Well, I'll tell you what, they hate harassing their friends and family. That totally sucks, right? And if you've been told to make a list of those friends and family, the 7-figure income earners are not doing what they're telling you to do, right? They got this little secret that we're going to share with you tonight, okay? The second thing is that rejection, if you've been rejected 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 times, sucks, okay? Now, there's people out there in the industry that will say, just go for no, right? I believe that's self-sabotage, quite frankly, okay? We teach you to just go for yes, but it's not you that's actually selling. The other person is selling themselves. They're actually selling their dream to you, right? Totally different polarity, right? We talk about that a lot in Millionaire Mentoring. It's called the polarity of the magnet, okay? Now, the thing that I'm going to share with you guys tonight is that once you learn these strategies, they will transfer over into all these other areas of your life, okay? Your marriage will get better. Your communication with your children will get better. Your job will get better. You'll probably get multiple pay raises, career advancements, bonuses that you'll get on your career. I'm talking about your health, your wellness, spiritual, emotional, family, everything, your contribution, giving back to the world, and truly being able to make a difference, becoming a ripple, I call it, a ripple in your family, a ripple in your community, and a ripple in your church, okay? And that's really what it's about. It's about creating a legacy for you and your family. And that's what we want to help you to be able to do, okay? So what we're going to do here tonight is I want for you to, first of all, hear from a couple of people that might be just like you. They maybe started part-time on this industry. They might be at the bottom of the barrel, guys, with, thinking that they might not even have any hope, right? They might be in a full-time career, right? Or they might be a full-time internet or network marketer, okay? So we got a little bit of a variety here tonight. But what I want to do here tonight is I want to look at possibly the worst case scenario of where you might be right now on your life path. And we all come up against these roadblocks, guys, in our life. It happens to all of us, okay? So don't think that you're the only one, and don't think that you're all by yourself, because you're not, right? We all go through these things. We all go through life challenges. We all go through deaths in the family, or illness, or being laid off in a peak time, right? Or medical bills that just take you all the way down a complete spiral to the point where you can't even afford to pay rent, okay? And that's not fun. It's not a fun place to be. But here's what I'm going to share with you. There's a difference between a person that is what I call a victim, okay? So that means they feel the world is doing stuff to them. And the other person that might just be down and out, but they realize that the world is doing stuff for them to get to their personal breakthrough. And sometimes it just takes one call, one phone call from somebody that cares, somebody that reaches out that olive branch to let you grab it and is willing to pull you up so that you can become an inspirational story to motivate thousands and thousands of other people. So what I want to do right now is I want to reach out to Jennifer. Jennifer, you can just unmute. Share with us a little bit about your journey, your story, and what happened for you.
Hey, Darren. Thank you for having me on tonight. Just you talking again, oh my God, I get so emotional. I'm going to try not to cry, but I want to share a little bit of my background. I did network marketing almost 3 years before I bumped into Millionaire Mentoring. And right around the time when my business was just falling apart, there wasn't enough team duplication. There's just a lot of stuff going on. Me and Jose, which is my boyfriend, we were going through a transition. He had just moved down to Florida. I live in Orlando, Florida. He came from New York. I have 3 children. He has 3 children. So altogether, we have 6 kids. And I reached out to you, Darren. And when you mentioned that phone call right now, I was just reminiscing on that day. And I was like, Darren, you know, I have about 72 hours to come up with this money or else we are going to be homeless. And, you know, it took a lot for me to send that message, first of all, but I knew that you could help me get out of this hole. Like something had to click. And, you know, when I sent you that message, I didn't think you were going to call, and you called us right away. And you told us, you know, if you follow what we teach you, go back to the videos, go back to this. If you do A, B, and C, the way that I'm telling you, you are going to get, you know, out of that hole. And it was bad, guys, because we went without water for 2 days. Like it was that bad. We didn't have no money for rent. We barely had money to eat. I mean, 2 days without water, having 3 small children at home, that was very tough for me. And for me and Jose as well. So you called us, we followed everything you told us to do. And, you know, 10 days later, we made $5,100. That was the most we've ever made in such a short amount of time. So 10 days, $5,100. 2 weeks later, we made $6,100 and a total of $17,000, guys. $17,000 in 10 weeks. Like most people don't even make that, like, in their jobs, you know, in 10 weeks. So it has been life-changing for us. I mean, we completely turned everything around. We went to a vacation that we thought we wasn't even gonna make it. So we just came back from St. Thomas 2 weeks ago, and everything's caught up. So I'm very grateful that now I don't ever have to worry about money ever again in my life.
Fantastic. Guys, if you're just tuning in with us for the very first time, you might have seen a post on social media. You may have seen an email that you've just gotten from me or somebody in Black Ops Underground Marketing. And today we're going to share with you the exact blueprint that we use personally that was responsible for $240,000 in profit in 35 days. Okay, that's myself and my business partner, Ari Maccabi. Okay, 35 days. $240,000 in profit, and we didn't spend a single penny on paid ads. Okay, now you may have heard stories of 7-figure income earners that will say that they made $240,000 in a short period of time, but they spent half of it on paid traffic, right? So they didn't actually make 240, right? They made 120. They spent half that money on paid traffic. The strategies that we teach are unlike anything that you've seen in the industry before, because we leverage the power of Facebook. We leverage the power of unlimited number of leads, tens of millions of leads that are literally sitting there. Now imagine if you went into a lounge and you had this little computer device that was in your eye, and you could scan the audience in the lounge, and when you looked at a person, it gave you data, little tiny computer printout that showed their pictures of their family. You knew whether or not they had kids. You knew the movies that they liked, the books that they read. You know, the last time they went on vacation. You knew a lot about that person before you even went up and said hello. Now, I want you to think about this in an offline world, to think what that might do for you in a party or a lounge environment when you had all that data on that person before you even said hello. Think about that. Think about the power of that. You knew the person went to an event. You knew the fact that they were already in a network marketing company. You knew the fact that they had a team. You knew the fact that they were already into personal development, and you could very easily find things in common with them. Very, very cool, okay? That's Facebook, right? That's the power of Facebook. Now, what I'm gonna do here tonight, guys, is I wanna transfer this over here to somebody that was actually like me, right? I came from features and benefits. I came from that world of pitching, dealing with objections, and then trying to close that person. And to go from that to reversing the polarity around, it's challenging, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you that that's an easy process, but once you go through it and you keep on showing up to our Millionaire Mentoring, it's kind of like osmosis, kind of like rubbing on suntan lotion, and it slowly sinks into your skin. And all of a sudden, one day, boom, there's a switch and it flicks internally inside your body, and now you become the attractor factor. It's a phenomenon, right? It's a real phenomenon. Now, Charlene, who's with us tonight, she comes from the land down under. And let me tell you, when she first started with us, she was going through a little bit of a challenge because she comes from that world. The features and benefits, pitching and closing people and dealing with their objections. But in a very short period of time, in the last month, she's made $16,500 in profit in her business. Okay, so Charlene, welcome to the call.
Thank you, Darren, and thank you so much for having me here. It's always an honor and a privilege to be here. And yes, Darren, it was extremely difficult for me to break through that because, yes, I could sell ice to Eskimos and refrigerator to put it in. I was that good at it, and it was almost an ego thing. I did it because it stroked my ego. I was so good at it, and so I became addicted to doing that type of style of selling. So I came from that commercial sales, features and benefits model, pitching and closing, but life got in the way. I got separated from my husband, went through a divorce, and life really hit rock bottom. I found myself after a year of finding God, and during that time as well, I discovered network marketing and home business because I thought if I can make all that money for somebody else, I could do it for myself. And so I discovered the supplements, the shakes, the antioxidants, you name it, I did it because I thought, hey, everyone else is doing it, they're making all this money. And I found myself struggling, and I found myself hitting myself against this brick wall thinking, well, I'm doing what everyone else has told me to do. I've reached out to 200 of my friends and family and all my, my list of people, and why are they rejecting me? And I just constantly got rejected. I hated selling to my friends and family to the point where, anything I kind of got involved with, I was too embarrassed to tell them because I just didn't want to go there again. And so I was pretty desperate. 9 weeks ago, I was using my credit card to buy groceries. True story. And, I came across Darren online, and literally I reached out to him. He said it was a 7-figure income earner. I got myself involved into Black Ops and enrolled there, and I simply followed the steps. It was like A, B, C, D. You go ahead and do it. Here's the red carpet. Here's the silver platter. You choose what you want to do. So I followed the simple steps, and within 8 days, I made $4,000. And within 13 days, I made $9,000. And in 30 days, I made $16,500 in profit using no paid ads, no traffic, nothing. And I'm extremely grateful. And also, 3 of my team have had $1,000 days as well. So it showed me that anybody can adopt the same strategy and the simple steps as well. So it's you can duplicate. And, I'm never going to have to worry about money ever again. Thank you, Darren.
Fantastic. Guys, what I want for you to share with you tonight is if you're just joining us, I know that the number of people have just started to go, right? Some people come on a little bit late. What we're doing tonight is we're talking about how we make between 1K and 15K in a day on Facebook, okay, social media, without having to spend a single penny on paid ads. You're probably thinking to me, how does that work? Right? I've been on Facebook before. I don't know. I don't know if I believe this or not. Should I believe this? Okay. Now, what I'm going to share with you guys here is that our formula is very, very simple, but we don't pitch our companies, right? We don't pitch our products. We actually use an attraction marketing strategy to be able to generate unlimited number of leads. Now, there's a couple cool things about Facebook. Number one, you have a Facebook wall, but you can also form Facebook groups, right, with different categories depending on what target market that you want to hit. We're after the personal development industry because that's really the industry that you're in. You may not even have known that, okay? Our business model is actually a leadership business model. So somebody might say to me, Darren, I don't know how to be a leader. What do I do? Real simple. On day one, you're going to learn something. And day 2, 3, 4, maybe even day 5, you're going to apply the strategies, collect some data, and then you're going to share your results. Okay, now, if you didn't know something on day 1 and you learned it, there's a lot of people out there that didn't know it too. Okay, so by the time you've collected the data, now you're going to share your results. You might share them with one person. Awesome. You might share them with 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, who knows, right? But it's really about helping other people to learn something that you didn't know before that you know now. And you applied it, you had a little tiny success story, and now you're going to share your results. Now, a lot of people might say, Darren, I don't know. I think you need a real big income story to be able to, have success in this. A lot of people believe that. Now, what I want to share with you guys here tonight is one of my personal case studies, okay? Because I wanted to see, is that really true or is that just right here in people's minds? So I went out onto social media and I said, hey, everyone, I don't even know if this is going to work, okay? But what I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to roll out a campaign and I'm going to show you exactly what I do. I'm going to show you the strategies that I use. I'm going to show you my lead generation. I'm going to show you how many people opt in, how many people upgrade, what's my total revenue for the time period that I put in, right? Who here wants to follow the campaign? Right? Everybody put up their hand. I do, okay? So here was the cool thing. I showed my actual data. That's called being your vulnerable naked soul. Now, I didn't know if it was going to work, guys, to be quite honest with you. But I was willing to at least have people watch or follow me during that period of time. Now, here's the interesting thing. My story that made me 10 grand my first month was based upon me going out for lunch at a certain time in the afternoon. I went to this little Oriental restaurant. I was totally famished, right? And I ordered beef and broccoli. And the lady comes over and she puts the green tea into my cup and I'm sipping on the tea and my beef and broccoli comes and I was so hungry. And I start eating the beef and broccoli and my phone starts sending me these text messages. Ping, a couple minutes later, ping, ping. And I thought, my God, who's trying to get a hold of me? So I'm about halfway through my lunch and I start looking at my text messages. Lo and behold, it's my online business sending me commissions. Now, it wasn't a lot of money, guys. It was $75. Whoop-de-doo, okay? 75 bucks. But I made that money during lunch, right? And I made that money without doing a single 3-way phone call, without doing a single home party, and without harassing any friends and family. $75. Now that story, marketed on social media, made me $10,000 my very first month. And by my third month, with that same little story, at a $25,000 month. So your belief, whatever you believe to be true, will become true for you in the reality. That's how the reality works. So the thing to understand is this: what do you believe? Do you believe that you need a massive income story to get any sort of response or any sort of recognition? No, you don't. A little tiny success story. Do you know that if I learned how to generate even 10 leads a day, let me ask you this: would you like to learn how to generate 10 leads a day? Right? If you've got a home-based business, chances are you're probably thinking, oh my God, that would be awesome. Please show me how you generate 10 red hot targeted leads per day. So it's not about a big story. It's about helping people to solve their pain. They don't want to harass their friends and family. They hate getting rejected. They don't know how to generate leads, right? Even if you gave the person 20,000 leads, they don't know what to do with them. How do you close and upsell those people? And how do you get team duplication? 5 simple problems. Now, we solve those problems for you in Millionaire Mentoring, and that's really what Black Ops Underground Marketing is all about. So it's helping you to learn the skill so you can start creating this ATM that's going to be your funding mechanism for your business. We've got multiple income streams over here, but over here is our ATM. And when that ATM starts popping these $1,000 commissions, guys, and giving people the education, guess what magically happens? They rise to the top of the leaderboards in their own company, their primary business, whatever it is, doesn't matter, right? Now, a lot of people say, Darren, well, what about this? What if I already work a full-time job? You know, will these strategies help me in my career? Will I be able to move up in rank with my corporate job? What I want to do right now is I want to reach out to Justin Grabko. Now, he's got a really interesting story, guys, because he's still a full-time engineer, okay? But since he started with Black Ops, he's got 2 pay raises, a job promotion, and an additional $30,000 consulting contract. What does that have to do with online marketing or network marketing? Nothing. But the skills that he learned helped him to rise up and almost triple his income within an 8 to 9 month period of time. So Justin, welcome to the call. Justin, you there?
Yes, I'm right here. Thank you, Darren, for getting me up on this call, and I appreciate it.
So tell us a little bit about your story.
Yeah. Well, lo and behold, about 8 months ago, I reached out to you, and it was around August, and I noticed that you were campaigning about Black Ops. You showed me your vision, and I just had to hop on and value that was happening here. First month I was with Black Ops, I made $13,000 my first month by strategies. And I dug a little bit deeper into what what I did was I took one of your sayings, and I put it right in my cubicle wall. And that to myself 10 times each morning, saying. So it just started clicking in right here. My mindset started going like, you know what? I'm starting to realize my worth here, and up into more of a leadership role at my job. So when you start stepping up into a leadership role online, you can definitely step up in a leadership role offline by using those strategies too. So in a first 5 months in Black Ops, yes, I got 2 pay raises, and each of those pay raises were for a total of almost $5,000 extra per year. Significant pay raise for somebody that's working a full-time job in the corporate world. And I came up online about 2 months ago. I was just looking around online, and their place, reputable firm nearby, and they were looking for consultants, products. So what I also did is, I sent them my resume, And I dug into Darren's training more, and I started watching them more just to get me prepared for it and to build up my personal development, build up my mindset. I came in there, you know, a lot more confident due to those trainings. And I got that job, and it's about almost a $30,000 per year pay raise right there also. So that equals about, you know, tripling my income compared to me making about 35 grand job, and then gaining that extra pay raise, new position, and then also making $36,000 in months in Black Ops Online. So if you total that, that's six-figure income right there.
Fantastic. That's really, really exciting. Congratulations to you guys. Now, some of you guys may say, you know what? I want to leave my job. I want to go full-time in this industry, but you may not have any experience. You may not even know what to do. What I'm going to share with you guys tonight is that, and I'm going to be going live here on my screen. I'm going to log into my back office, plus I'm going to go live on Facebook to show you some strategies that we use so that you can become the attractor factor. I'm also going to show you how I've generated leads before and after a presentation so that you can see how to more automate your business. Now, I want to pop out here to Billy Innelis. Billy, tell us a little bit about your story.
Okay, so my name is Billy Innelis. I'm from Toronto, Canada, and I've been in the space for about 4.5 years in the online space. And, you know, when I came in, I wanted to monetize my music business online. So I went on to learn a lot of things, you know, like building websites, email marketing, copywriting, paid advertising. And, you know, when I was learning a lot of things, what was on my mind and what I was being taught is that you had to pay a lot of money on traffic to generate income online. So I went on and tried many things, spent a lot of money on traffic and solo ads, and I wasn't getting the results at all that I wanted to get for myself. But I never gave up, and I always, you know, kept myself open to learning. Now, I came across another, you know, program system, and there's a little reasoning that I'm going to give in just a moment. And I was already sold on the idea that I had to raise my thinking, my mindset to bigger things to get bigger results to come back to me, right? So I came across an opportunity, and I had to pay big money for me to be, you know, all in. And I asked myself, okay, so how is it that I'm gonna actually do that without putting myself in more debt? Because I was already, you know, my credit cards were maxed out, paying a lot of money for traffic and stuff like that. So I was like, I reached my cap, and I was like, yeah, what am I gonna do now? And that's, I'm gonna call this God sent, because I came across the Black Ops training. Somebody shared a video with me, and I watched Darren's video for the hour of value that was provided in that video. And right away, I was like, man, this is it. This is what I've been looking for all these years that I've been learning things and being in the space to make something happen. And I find that a lot of times in programs, they're going to give you all the tools, all the things that you're going to need to put in place, that they're going to tell you, you need all of this to successfully run your business, but they're not giving you the actual recipe for you to implement to get results. And that's the problem that I was, you know, experiencing for all the things that I've tried online. But when I came into this, I actually had a recipe. If you think about baking a cake, okay, you can have all the ingredients, but if you don't have the recipe to successfully bake that cake, you know, that cake's not going to come out good. So over here, I had a recipe to actually implement. And within 72 hours of being in, I generated my first $1,000 instant commission, finished my first week with $3,000. Back September 12, 2016, I had my first $3,000 day online. And it was crazy because it never happened before. I mean, I came from getting little to no results. I mean, I brought my business to a couple music business to a couple $100 here and there, maybe, you know, 4 figures in the whole month. But then coming to this, I learned strategies that allow me to have a 4-figure day And that was without spending a penny on paid advertising, coming from spending a lot on paid advertising and seeing no results, right? So I improved my, communication skills, my marketing skills, and I even had a run where I've generated $8,000 in a 10-day period back in just February, not long ago. So this is making me putting myself into a leader, okay, improving my mindset on a daily basis, growing to a better person, even better relationship with my family, with the people that I'm even connecting with. Because what a lot of people are not understanding is that, yeah, you're going to pay a lot of money on say solo ads or traffic and stuff like that. You're going to get leads, you're going to get emails. But if you don't know how to communicate with these people, build trust, build a relationship with them, they're not gonna buy anything from you. So if you treat them like a number, they're gonna treat you like a number too, and nothing is gonna happen. So grateful to be here, really happy for the things that's happening, and it's just skyrocketing. It's just keep on going. Grateful to be here. Thank you, Darren.
Fantastic. Guys, you know what I want to do here? Guys, if you're just tuning in onto the tail end, you've come at the right time tonight, let me tell you, because a lot of people won't do this. There's a lot of talk out there, but a lot of people won't actually show the results. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to log in here into my back office. I'm going to show you what's possible. Okay, so here you can see the back office. I'm going to live log in. I'm going to log in right now. And what will happen is it will calculate all of the commissions that have actually been made. Okay, so you can see here in our $1,000 elite product, which is actually what the majority of people do. That gives them access to over $28,000 in bonuses with Black Ops Underground Marketing. You can see if you compare that to this, almost every person wants the Millionaire Mentoring. So that's $195,900. We started this on the 11th of July. My first month, I made 108 grand, and then I went to the Philippines for 2 months, and I had an accident, and I ended up in the hospital having back surgery. So that took me out of the game for the last 4 months. So I'm just now coming back into the saddle, back into business to take things to a whole new level. Now, people say, Darren, what exactly is your product? There's 2 things that you need to go to the top in any company. You need more leads and you need more cash flow, right, for your marketing. We focus specifically on those 2 areas with our Genesis product library. Now, the 2 areas, one is obviously lead generation, right? So we've got some basic strategies here. And what we do is we purchase the reseller rights to this product for $99 per quarter or $299 per year. And then we buy the product, right? There's a $100 product and there's a $1,000 product. The $1,000 product allows you to get access to Black Ops Underground Marketing, and that's where all the breakthroughs come from. So if you look at our $100 product, it focuses the majority on marketing strategies, lead generation strategies, different ways that you can get more exposure for your business. Now, you could be a realtor, a mortgage broker, an insurance agent in the automotive industry, in retail. You could have a hotel, motel, lounge, nightclub. It doesn't matter, guys. These strategies are going to help you to get eyeballs on your offer, whatever that is. Now, as you move here into our $1,000 product, this is where the true leadership happens, the personal development, the mindset, helping you to be able to create your own reality. Now, there's a number of top income earners that are in here. This is all completely generic training. It's not specific to any company. You may actually recognize some of these names, like Jeff Mills, great marketer, Greg Gomez, James Starr, he focuses on the area of traffic, Evan Klassen, he's an author and speaker, also a top income earner, Josh Peak, Ray Higdon did about $4 million in his coaching business last year, Tracy Walker did a couple $1 million with Empower Network, Todd Falcone, name brand in the industry. So these are top people, guys, that you can get into their mindset. There's 24 different interviews that are an hour or longer each that will get you into the right mindset on what you need to become a 7-figure income earner. Now, Jack Zufeld is the author of DNA Success. There's a great audio video program there. Also, this is called.
Oh, it looks like we've just lost Darren there just for a moment. He tends to do that. His energy is so full on and so vibrant that he cuts all power loose. So, yeah, guys. So what he's going through at the moment is simply the product. As you saw, it was the Genesis Elite product, and that is a $1,000 product that's going to get you into Black Ops, and also the Genesis Advanced. And look, I'm learning all the time because, you know, with Genesis Advanced, there's a lot of key strategies I can use myself for Facebook, for example, that there's a lot that I haven't yet looked at because there's such a plethora of options to choose from. So, you know, there's plenty of support from the product side. And that doesn't even include the millionaire mentoring. So I'm just going to reach out to Billy. So Billy, you've been in this for a while now, buddy. So tell us a bit more about what Black Ops Underground Marketing has done for you.
So, you know, coming from having to spend a lot of money on paid advertising, I really now know how to go from nothing to something. Because keep in mind, I have more than one stream of income online. And what that does for me is that it helps me build a decent marketing budget so that now I can go and fund these other streams that I have going on to scale up on their larger scale. A lot of people, what they do is that, you know, they don't have a decent marketing budget. You know, they go on and spend all their money on traffic, not seeing any results, and they don't really have an asset in their hand for them to keep moving forward, and they get stuck. And that's what a lot of people are experiencing. But now I have an asset in my hand. This is an asset. This is a training that can, you know, be beneficial for anybody that is doing anything online, generate some income, generate some cash flow, and then you can fund the other things that you're doing, complement the businesses that you're running, and hey, you become a leader in whatever you're encountering, and it's just gonna keep getting better and better.
Great, thank you, Billy. We've got Darren back. Thanks, Darren.
Sorry, guys. Okay, so let's just go over here onto my Facebook, and I was explaining to you guys that, you know, when you get likes and comments on your Facebook wall, those are leads. You are generating leads. This post here generated 203 leads here, quite a significant amount of interaction down here with people. You got to understand that business is about relationships. It's about connecting with people and finding out what's really going on in their life and if they have any pain right now that you can help them solve. Now, their life might be going great, right? Maybe they don't have any pain, but we show you how to become the attractor factor so that you get your phone ringing off the hook with incoming calls, okay? Now, let's take a look at here because I want to show you one strategy here that will be very, very effective for you. Now, the other night, I did a broadcast, okay? So I interviewed a gentleman that's making $335,000 per month right now in a business, okay? And this, so let's say that you're with a weight loss company. This company here would be one of my primary businesses behind the 7-figure veil, okay? So we use Black Ops on the front, but we have multiple income streams on the back. So we show you how to use Black Ops on the front to build your list for free, generate unlimited leads, and how to create a marketing and advertising budget for your business. So this one, as an example, says it's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's Bitcoin, man. Bitcoin's really, really hot right now, guys. I don't know if you've been following this in the marketplace. Last night I did an interview with the 300 Bitcoin a month man. Just 3 years ago, he was struggling to pay his bills, driving a car with a dent in the back end, having troubles making ends meet. Now, he drives a Lamborghini Huracan, a Rolls-Royce Ghost, and lives in a $4 million mansion. Want to see the interview? In the comments below, say, show me the interview. Now, these are all leads, guys, okay? These are leads. Now, what happens is, now here you can see there's another 2 people that have just asked me for the information. So if I go here now to, you know, what I sent to them, now keep in mind, these people have been following my content over and over and over again, and they're getting value. They're getting value from you as a leader. So I just said, hey, Joe, here's where to get access to the Bitcoin interview. Cheers, Darren. Okay. Now somebody's going to click on that, and they're going to a page, and watch what happens when that person goes here now and opts in. Okay. Now keep in mind, this doesn't take up any of my time. I don't have to actually go through the whole process. I'm going to provide value to that person, and they're going to be spending time with a cloned copy of me, okay? I want you to understand the power of this, guys, because you can only work so many hours in a day, but once you learn some of these strategies that we teach, watch what happens here. A cloned copy of me is now going to take over, okay? So here's my clone copy of me doing the interview. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you've got Darren Little here from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and we are live right now on an international broadcast, broadcasting to all 4 corners of the world. Guys, I don't know if you've seen what's going on right now with Bitcoin, but holy cow, is it lit up right now worldwide. It is going mainstream right now. Now, this is just an example of some of the strategies that we teach inside of Black Ops Underground Marketing. Now, imagine, guys, having literally an endless supply of leads. So now this is live, so it's not like I can do any Photoshop here. I'm going to go to my friends. You can see that I got 4,858 friends, but here's where the gold is, guys. A lot of people don't understand this. I'm going to zoom in here so you can see this. There is 17,503 more followers. Now, I can tell you this. You will not get followers on your Facebook wall if all you are doing is pitch, 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 pitch. Your company, your company, your company, your company, your business, your company, your company, people will tune you out. You got to learn a specific formula of content on how to become the attractor factor. What we also do here, you have the ability to actually go into set up groups on Facebook. And this is an example of a group that was set up where I'm going to provide value to the people. But you can see here, there is an additional 3,706 additional leads, right? And additional more people here that I could connect with in this group. Now, these are all people that have been receiving ongoing value, ongoing content in this group from me. Now, look at this. Business owner, works at self-employed, founder, mentor, leader, works at self-employed, CEO, entrepreneur, right? So you can see here from the caliber, success mentor, CFO, chief fund officer, you can tell that those people have their own home-based business. CEO, owner, agent, mompreneur, you know, owner at self-employed. We teach you how to become the attractor factor so that you will literally never, ever have to worry about generating leads ever. Ever, okay? You could fly around the world. Okay, so I went to the Philippines for 2 months. So imagine being able to just unplug, pack up a suitcase, fly across the other side of the world and say, I'm gonna stay here, here's my new home for 2 months, and plug into the internet, and boom, you keep on working your business. It's pretty cool, guys. Let me tell you, it's a pretty neat lifestyle. So what I'm gonna share with you tonight in closing is that I don't know what's brought you here today, guys, but there's a good chance that you're either in a state of transition right now in your life, or you've reached what's called a breaking point, where you've just said enough's enough, I want freedom, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes, okay? Now, if you're in a combination of both, you're in transition and you've reached a breaking point, that is actually the best time and the fastest time that you can make money. Now, why is that? Why is that? Because of our ego. The ego at that point is down, and now you're actually coachable, right? Now you actually can learn, right? So typically when, if somebody is not in that state, they'll show up to Millionaire Mentoring and go, oh, well, that's great, Darren, but I got this better way. You better watch me go. You'd have no idea what I'm going to do. That's their ego, and it keeps them broke, right? I always say to people, do I have time for a coffee? I mean, how long do I have to wait, right, to see your results? But it never happens, right? The people that are coachable, that will just show up and take notes and apply what we teach, those are people like Charlene, right? Those are people like Yennefer and Jose. Those are people like Billy. Those are people like Justin. They just listened. They didn't try and reinvent the wheel, okay? Now, here's how this works. When you get into Black Ops Underground Marketing, we give you over $28,000 in value, right? A real Millionaire Mentoring, guys. This is no, hype thing. This is the real deal. Now, the Genesis Elite package to start making $1,000 commissions, right? And get the reseller rights and get our automated system, so part of your business can actually be automated on the front. It costs $1,203.95, and that allows you to make $1,000 commissions daily, okay? Sometimes multiple times per day. Now, my best day is about 15,000 in this program, okay? Ari, my business partner, I think he had like an $18,000 day. Combined between us, we did $240,000 in 35 days, and we're going to show you, roll out the red carpet to you. We're going to show you what campaigns we ran. We're going to show you the copy that we wrote. We're going to give you our email follow-up campaign, all the graphics that we used, everything that we did. We've already tested it. Now, combined with the team's done over $1.4 million combined. Okay, it's been about 9 months or 9.5 months. Okay, so it's not just us making the money. We literally have people popping 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. We got a brand new guy had a $3,000 day, right? Another guy went down. Holy cow! Alan Cousins just had a $2,000 day the other day, right? So it's not just us. We're not the only ones that are making big money here, right? Charlene just made $16,500, right, this month. She just finished the month, and right now she's now going into the next month. So what I would do is I would encourage you that if you're one of those people and you really want to be in a position where you never, ever, ever have to worry about money again for the rest of your life, and I don't say that lightly, guys, okay? I don't say that from, like you hear that you get on these webinars like, get in now, lock your spot, lock your spot. We don't do that, right? We don't do that because the people are coming to us and we can only take a certain amount. Like, we'll take in a group of people and then we'll get them up and trained. And right now there's a little tiny window. There's a little tiny window because a week Sunday, I'm going to be giving a $3,000 Super Saturday bonus. $3,000 for free, right? If you enroll, you click that link below and you get in now. You throw your hat over the wall and you say, I'm ready. I'm ready to roll up my sleeves. I'm ready to be coachable, Darren. I'm ready to follow the strategies that you've already implemented and learned, and I want those strategies. We'll give you everything, guys. We don't hold back. We hold nothing back. We give you every sentence that we do, every question that we ask prospects to qualify them, to find out if they're the right person for our business, and then how to go for the close. Pop, 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 pop those $1,000 days. So a week Sunday, okay, I'm going to be doing a Super Saturday, or Super Sunday rather, and they go for 3 hours. Now, I can tell you this, if you come with a pen and paper in hand and you're taking notes, by the time that 3 hours is done, your brain will be expanded to the point where you're going down to the brand new car dealership and saying, I'm getting that car. I'm getting this new place. I'm getting that house. See that? I'm going away on that vacation. I'm doing that, right? And you'll be so laser focused, guys. I'm telling you, these are the same strategies that we taught a 17-year-old kid. 17. He didn't even have any marketing experience, right? 17 years old. And in 6 weeks, he made over $50,000 at 17. Now, where do you think he's going to be at 20? He's probably going to be a millionaire. There's a high probability, right? So the question is, are you that person? Are you that person that's just said, you know what? Enough's enough. I want to go next level. I want to have a $20, $30, $40, $50,000 month. I want to travel the world. I want to live my dreams. I want to go for it and never have to worry about money ever again. I want to fire my boss. Is that you? Are you that person? Are you the person that I'm speaking to right now tonight? Because if you are, click that link below right now. Throw your hat over the wall. Once you get into the system, you get invited into our Black Ops Underground Marketing on Facebook. We have over 1,200 people there to support you guys, okay? 1,200. Doesn't matter what time of day or night, okay? And it doesn't matter what area of the world that you're tuning in from right now. Because if one of the countries is not listed, you hit the other button and you can pay in Bitcoin, okay? So you could be in India or Africa or something like that in an area where the credit card processing, you know, some of those countries, it's hard to process credit cards, right? It's nothing to do with us. It's just how the system is. But now we are global, okay? We're global and we take the payment in Bitcoin, okay? So that's an option as well for you. If you've got Bitcoin or you don't have a credit card or whatever, you're in one of the countries that's not available. So click that link below. That will take you to the sign up page. You can either pay $99 per quarter or $2.99 for the whole year. That's what I did. I paid $2.99 for the whole year. Either or is fine. And then from there, you'll get into the back office. If you want access to Black Ops, you need the Genesis Elite package, right? Once you got that, you're into Black Ops, you're into Millionaire Mentoring, and your life, as you know it, will never, ever be the same. And that, my friend, you can take to the bank. Guys, my name is Darren Little from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. I'm excited for you. I'm fired up. Throw your hat over the wall and say, it's time to start dreaming again. So thanks a lot for joining us on this exclusive and private VIP call. Thanks so much to my panel. Thank you and have a great night. All the best.